individual as a business. I woke up eventually. So this is what we have. This is what is the game changer in the omega-3 industry. We have that 60% of pure fatty fish, wild, line caught and sustainable, and then we have the 40% pure harvested extra virgin olive oil as a synergistic formula. So the difference that makes is oil stability. So this test was actually done in 2010, but we are repeating it at the moment, so we have the most up-to-date stats. But what this test showed is krill oil, other omega-3 oils, and cod liver oil turned rancid between 5 and 15 hours after consumption. It takes 20 hours to get to the cell. So it hasn't even got to the cell before it's starting to oxidize and increase inflammation. With balance oil, we actually stopped testing at 35 hours. It still hadn't turned rancid. So it'd been in the cell for 15 hours at that point. That's the difference, and that's the balance oil. Polyphenols to prevent oxidization, that perfect balance of EPA, DHA, and DPA, all from wild fish. Synergistic vitamin D3, which is from sheep's lanolin, which is the most natural form of vitamin D3 that we can get, and that is to help with absorption, naturally sourced ingredients. Dosage is all taken by age, weight, and age, weight, and age and weight. It's that simple. It's typical me, overcomplicating everything. Dosage is individualised. So it's not a 2 pills twice a day, one size fits all. It's completely individualised. We do have it in certain flavours, but everything's flavoured completely naturally. And it is needed for every point of life. So from baby, but we looked at fertility as well, and then as we grow, obviously our brain function, and then our immune system, reproductive system, and then as we age, the immune system starts to deteriorate, the cardiovascular system is impacted, and joints, obviously. And we don't make this. We need to take it, and we're not getting enough in our diet. The amount of conditions that we could significantly improve if we rebalanced our omega-3 levels blows my mind. I've seen it in my clinics. I just want to share with you a couple of tests, because another thing that I'm super passionate about is pregnancy and children. Because if you talk about a new health paradigm, if we get them before they've even been brought into the world, and they're brought into this world balanced, and we start to see generations of xeno babies that have that perfect balance of omega-6 to omega-3, imagine what that's going to do to their neurological health. Imagine what that's going to do to their cardiovascular system. And in fact, we don't have to imagine, because there's studies to show that mothers that have a great balance of omega-6 to 3 have less incidences of postnatal depression, they have less incidences of early birth, and they have better birth sizes. They're giving birth to better, healthier babies. They also show better development of babies in their early years. So speech comes on quicker. All of that just by rebalancing their omega-6 to 3. Now the issue that we currently have, that we need your help with to get this out there and start changing the health of children, is that this test here at 65 to 1 was a pregnant woman. And this is very typical in pregnancy, because most women go into pregnancy already deficient. So if they're already deficient, they don't have enough to give the baby. So then we've got 2 people deficient, mum and baby. We have a midwife in Zinzino, she's based in Australia, and she is testing people every trimester to make sure that as the omega-3 changes, they change the dose, and they make sure that she's got enough for herself and for baby. And the birthing outcomes that she's seeing are quite phenomenal. So this could really shift. On this side, this is a result of a 2-year-old child. So this is 30 to 1. Now, a 2-year-old child may have been breastfed, and she may have got some omega-3 from mum, but not many 2-year-old children eat a lot of oily fish. But also, they're being born to mums that are already deficient, so they're starting on the back foot. We could significantly change this. I'm so passionate about making this change, because we have a world out there of unhealthy children, and it's not their fault. It's not their fault. They didn't ask to be born into this toxic world. But we've got something so simple that can change this, and we could give them their health and their life back. Remember, what we don't transform, we transfer. And And every single one of you said you're not happy to transfer it into the next world, into the next generation. So this is what you can do about it. This is our vehicle. We have lots of certifications. We are Friends of the Sea, we're a reform sport. Lots of our ambassadors are sports professionals, and we do have lots of sports professionals paying for the oil. They're not paid to use it, they are choosing because they know the significant impact it has on their performance. Vegan Society, gluten-free, soy-free, sugar-free, all the things that are important to a nutritionist like me. There are lots of health claims that I hear people making in Zinzino, but there are these ones that we are allowed to make because they have been approved by the European Food Standards Agency. And they're significant. You know, we're normalising triglyceride levels. That's people with heart issues. That's people on medication that we can normalise. We're helping to normalise blood pressure. We're fighting oxidative stress. Brain function improves, heart function improves, immune system improves, normal brain development in fetuses, normal development of eyes in breastfed infants, visual development in infants up to 12 months of age. These are studies that we've done, and we're allowed to say this. This is not some grand claim. We have a tool that can significantly change the health of the next generation, but we need an army of people out there talking about it, because it changes nothing if nobody knows about it. We're not a one-trick pony either. We also have other products. We have xenobiotics. Xenobiotics, 8 strains of dietary fibre. Remember, we're the country that consumes the less fibre. That unstabilises blood sugar levels. That creates diabetes. But we have this fibre blend, 8 strains of dietary fibre and a prebiotic. It is very powerful. I always say to my clients, start slowly. Unless you like your toilet. Just start slowly. But it's amazing. And for the people that have helped with things like constipation, and IBS, Crohn's, all of those things, absolutely incredible. Then we have a multivitamin, which is Extend. I was, again, like Dr. Cole, very sceptical about the multivitamin because in my world of nutritional therapy, multivitamins just make expensive urine. So I just thought, well, I probably won't use that until I understood the science behind it. So the reason that a multivitamin makes expensive urine is because we have a snatch and grab system. So if you are deficient in vitamin C and zinc, your body will snatch that, grab it and use it, and everything else gets flushed out. But what we do is we include an ingredient called beta-glucan. It's a fibre strain, and it stimulates the immune system just enough to downregulate the snatch and grab system. So you will end up absorbing every single one of the vitamins and minerals that are in Extend, which there's 23, I believe. So that's pretty significant. So when I said we're being poisoned by the modern diet, we're inflamed, we have gut health issues, and we have immune system issues, we also have a solution with the Zinzino Health Protocol for every single one of those. Balance oil for inflammation, xenobiotic for gut health, and Extend for the immune system. You can also add in Viva. Viva is absolutely amazing product. We call it a spa for the mind. It is a derivative of saffron called Affron. It's a patented ingredient, and it's combined with magnesium. It's an adaptogenic, so it will adapt to how your mind is functioning. If you're feeling wired, it's going to help you concentrate. If you feel like you need motivation, it will lift you up. I used this for my teenage daughter when she was doing her GCSEs. We're talking about a highly anxious girl that was struggling to sleep, having panic attacks, and I went quite high with the dose, 5 in the morning, 5 in the evening, and she was absolutely fine. Absolutely fine. To the point now, she's like, Mum, we're not going to run out of Viva, are we? So, we talk about that a lot in our house. When we went to the global conference in Norway last year, they launched the collagen product. Now, the collagen product, again, Mrs. Skeptical, I just thought, well, there's loads of collagens on the market. Why is this one going to be any different? Well, it is, because it's Zinzino. And the reason it's different is we have a collagen that is using type 1 and type 2 collagen, so a collagen for skin and a collagen for gut. What's usually on the market is just a gut product or just a skin product. We're combining both here. We have 8 grams of liquid marine collagen from Arctic wild caught fish. That is the most absorbable form of collagen known to man. We have hyaluronic acid, so this is when it starts to impact the skin as well. And then we have the pre and postbiotic. Now it's working on the gut. And obviously collagen, well not obviously, but collagen does line our gut lining, so we do need to have lots of collagen, and we deplete it and don't make any more after the age of 35, which is why we become wrinkly. But This is magic. Trust me, like my daughter, we're not going to run out of Viva. I'm like, no one take my collagen. I'm not running out of collagen. I absolutely love it. And then this year, what we had is the long-awaited gut health test. So when we went to Oslo this year for the global conference, it was probably the worst kept secret in the world. There was lots of people whispering about they're going to bring this gut health test out. This test was 6 years in the making. In fact, Dr. Colin Robertson had said to the scientific advisory team, if we manage to be able to look at the gut with a finger prick of blood, it will be the equivalent of a moon landing. So when we all sat in the conference, and a spaceman appeared, walking across the stage in a NASA suit, we kind of knew what was coming, because that was his moon landing equivalent, and they launched the gut health test, which is absolutely phenomenal. I'm not going to go into the science of the gut health test. If you want to speak about that, come and find me, and I'm happy to talk about it. But all I'm going to say is, in the nutrition world, we've had lots of ways to test the gut. It's been expensive, it's been yucky because we're using stool samples, it's thrown out a lot of false negatives, so it's not completely accurate, and it doesn't actually tell us a hell of a lot. So this one is a finger prick of blood. Again, we can do it in our own home. Health empowerment, yet again, is telling us how our body is metabolizing tryptophan. Now that is basically, is our food fueling us or inflaming us? We can see that, and then we can make the amendments. Fibre plays a part in amending that. The balanced soil plays a part in amending that. And if you have immune system issues, which also shows up in the test, then we have the extend multivitamin. So we already have the solutions, but now we have the test to show you that you need it, because this is test-based nutrition. And we're not just telling you, take this, take that. We're saying, let's test you to see if you need it, and let's test you again to prove it's working. So I'm just going to share with you now, this is a testimonial from one of my clients. I didn't ask her for it. She just, 8th of April this year, it just appeared on my Facebook timeline, and I almost cried reading it. This woman is so crazy, and she didn't listen to anything I said. So when I read this testimonial, I was like, wow. So Sue, I love her. She's from my Liverpool clinic. So my dearest Jack, the first time I met you, you changed my life. Your kindness and knowledge is beyond exceptional. Thank you. I've persisted and got better and better as time's gone by. I've listened to you, everything you followed, every step you asked. Thank you. So much so, I've just been given the all clear from my broken heart clinic, which is her cardiologist, when she was told she was in heart failure. I'm over the moon. Thank you. The doctor is amazed by the dramatic changes in my well-being. He's given me the option to stay or come off the last of my medication. Thank you. I had asked for a 6-month checkup, which he agreed. I've told him all about you and Zinzino, bioresonance, homeopathy, the lot. I'm bending here. Thank you. It's been an absolutely fabulous journey of wellness and laughs. I'll be right with you for the rest of my long, healthy life. Thank you. So just going back to that slide we started with, where we were talking about this disempowering model, and then I said, I dream of having something where we can empower people to take control back. Do you think Zinzino might be that? Do you think it might provide people with really key information so they can start to take control of their health, and then they've got products that they can reverse these issues within 120 days? Well, if it's not that, then show me what else it is. I'm just going to end with a quote, because we say about this meeting, it's not a meeting, it's a movement, and it absolutely is a movement. We need movement. We need people to take action. We need people to listen to this and say, yeah, I want to be part of that army. I want to get out there and change it for the future of the children. A movement starts with a clear vision of